Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. It is Transformational Tuesday, and I'm going to talk to you briefly about three key components of lasting transformation. I want to point you to uh, something that's time sensitive, and that is I have two offers to work with me directly in a one-on-one capacity. One is through my rapid change method, which is a rapid change breakthrough session. However, what I'm doing now is anyone who registers for the rapid change breakthrough session will receive two additional sessions at no charge. So that's two free sessions valued at $450 each. The second offer is if you sign up for the bronze package, which is a 12-week, 12 session package to work with me again in a one-on-one capacity, it will automatically uh, be translated into a free upgrade to the gold package, which is 26 weeks and 26 sessions. So from 12 weeks to 26 sessions, a value of over 3,700 bucks. Again, this is only for today at 11:59 this evening. This offer will end, or the first 10 people who take advantage of either. So that's that. I love working one-on-one. I have definitely reduced the amount of people that I will be able to work with this year so that I can focus more on larger events. While I get more results working one-on-one, I'm capped because there's only so much time in a day, so much time in a week, a month, a year. And I am committed to reaching as many people as possible. So I still will work with people. Obviously, my current clients will be grandfathered. They have the option to continue on and uh, recycle or whatever. So that's that. Let's talk about transformation real briefly. Obviously, one of the primary reasons people come to me is they want to experience some type of change. They want to heal. They want to perform better on their jobs. They want to go after certain visions and dreams that they've had for a long time, but have not yet embarked upon the journey of making those dreams come true, or they're in the process of chasing a dream and they're meeting a lot of resistance, and there's this appearance of stagnancy and they won't change. People come to me because they don't like or they're not satisfied with where they're at and they want to go. And change is inevitable, actually. If you live, things change around you, your body changes, your perception and everything is going to change with more and more experiences you get. But here's the thing: you have to be in control of the change. You have to literally make change a part of an intentional process. In other words, you have to decide how you want to change. It's called intentional growth. It's to determine that when I change, I'm going to change for the positive. When I change, I'm going to change for the purpose of elevating myself and becoming better at the things that matter to me, becoming more efficient, more effective, more productive, becoming more loving, more caring. All of these different things are things that you can control, but you're going to have to engage and have a few things that are immensely important in the overall dynamic. And so there are three things that are always going to be present. These are things that I teach my clients. These are things that I encourage them to focus on daily. The work that is done when I'm working with my clients, we do a great deal in the time we spend in those sessions. But the gain is what they take from those sessions and apply the next 6 days before we sit down again. Those who put in the work get the results. It's that simple. It's about putting in the work. And I am one that my clients understand that I'm expecting them to do some things outside of what we do sitting together. Yes, we're gonna have discovery, we're gonna have advances, we're gonna experience epiphanies, we're gonna do a bunch of things sitting in front of each other. It's gonna be exciting because it's all these things you get to hear and all that, but the work is the quietness. What's done in the background is where the game really takes place, and it's got to be a number of things. The first thing that you're going to have to experience positive change and lasting change in your life that produces the results you want is clarity. Without clarity of what you're trying to get, The scripture says, write the vision and make it plain so those who see it can run. And it also says, though it tarry, it will not, though it takes time, it will not tarry. In other words, delay does not mean denial. So the first thing that you have to actually do is understand that you're going to have a clear vision. One of the things I see with a lot of people is they know they want something better, but they don't have clarity in what they want. And so it's impossible to understand and recognize if you're moving towards it, whether you're making progress or not, whether you are doing the things that are necessary, whether you're achieving the things that you truly deserve and want. So here's the thing. You have to write it down. Write it down, put it on a vision board, put it on a whiteboard, put it on the back of a business card, put it in your wallet, your purse, write it on sticky notes, put it on your mirror in the restroom, put it on your mirror in your car. You need to have clarity of vision. When I say clarity of vision, I don't just mean, for instance, someone comes to me and says, I want to improve my financial situation. I need more money. Okay, here's 20 bucks. You're good. Got more money. And I'm like, no, and they're looking at me like, that's not what I mean. Yeah, I do know that's not what you mean, but I don't know what your number is. You need to know a number. You need to have a number that you're striving for. What will it take for you to feel like I've arrived financially? Now, you should never feel that you've totally arrived, but you should have this number that you're aiming for, knowing that if I hit this number, there's going to be a sweet spot where a lot of things change in my life and that I can take it and go from there. What's that number look like? What are some of the elements and components that will lead to that? Number one is, let's talk about paying down debt. Let's talk about, okay, that part of it. And then you get it. You say, okay, this is my number. What about business? Well, what do you want? How many people you want to reach? How many clients do you need in a month to hit your number? How much overtime are you going to have to work? What will you need to do with the money you make from the overtime and investments to actually hit that number? There are so many different ways to get to the number, but you got to know the number. For everything else to make sense, you got to know the destination. You can't be traveling and saying, I'm going to get there, but you don't know where you're going. All right. The next part of it is commitment. Got a lot of people saying they want things. Got a lot of people saying, this is what I want. Some people know what they want. Here's the problem. There's no commitment to the process. There's no commitment to taking the necessary action to achieve the things that they say they want. They want it, but they're not committed to it. You're going to have to make a commitment. You're going to have to write it down, journal it, write it down. Like I said, put it on vision boards, everywhere you can, to where your subconscious is constantly being reminded of the goal. And your subconscious will actually recruit all of the components, elements, thought processes, and everything that goes on at a subconscious level that governs 96% of your performance and your behavior. It will start to recruit the things necessary to make it happen. The mind is an unbelievable force. We just don't access it and use it correctly. We normally use it to worry. We normally use it to stress. We normally use it to break down and criticize ourselves to a point where we destroy our own self-esteem by focusing on the things we don't do well or focusing on the things that we've done wrong in the past. And we end up beating ourselves up and convincing ourselves that we simply don't have what it takes. When you tell your brain, in your mind, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to get, I don't care what my current circumstance says. That's a circumstance. That's a current state of being. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm capable of. That's not where I'm going. Let's focus on where I'm going for a minute. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it, whatever. Now I'll make adjustments along the way. Maybe I'll have to do it a little differently, but this is what I'm going to do. Now that I have a clear understanding of what it is I want, I can tell if I'm headed in the right direction. It's kind of hard to tell if you're heading in the right direction if you don't know you're going north, south, east, or west. You need to know this is the direction I'm heading in. This is the thing I want. So you can look and calibrate and make adjustments and do the things you need to do to get there. Without a commitment, without clarity, without commitment to take the steps, you can have it all day sitting there looking at it and going, you know how many people wake up and have the same thing on their calendar they had on there 3 years ago? Now, don't get me wrong. If that goal is big enough, it might be there 3 years later, but you should be able to look at it and say, I started there and I'm here. So this is how much ground I've gained. That's success to me. Um, Earl Nightingale defined success when I was a little kid. Earl Nightingale defined success as the progressive pursuit of a worthy goal. What does that mean? That means that I can look up and see that I'm not in the same spot I was in last week. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I'm striving to get, but I'm not where I was a year ago. I'm not where I was 3 months ago. I can look up every day and see the little micro progressions that I'm making towards my goal. And if I'm doing that, here's what I understand: I can shuffle my feet. And as long as I remain focused and healthy, I can shuffle my feet and get from Houston to Florida. Now, it's going to take a long time shuffling my feet, but you guess what? At some point in time in the future, depending on how fast I'm shuffling, I will get from Houston to Miami, Houston to Tallahassee, Houston to Atlanta. Now, all of the physicality and what will take to stay healthy and, not end up with blisters on my feet, but I'm talking about progress. Progress is this thing that if you can just get progress, you'll get there. Now, if there are ways you can look at it. Now, if I'm shuffling my feet to get to Florida and I want to get there faster because I'm not happy with the pace, I can look at things. I can widen my gait. I can take some of the things that I'm doing along the way and maybe trade something for a bike, speed the process up. But I started by shuffling because that was going to be the thing I could do easiest. That was going to be the thing that would have the least amount of opposition to it. Everybody can walk. Everybody doesn't have a car, but everybody got some way to move around. If you don't have feet, you got a wheelchair. You can roll. There's some way that you can move yourself. Same thing in life. There's no such thing as I can't. Take it out of your lexicon. Take it out of your vocabulary. Stop talking to yourself that way. Start telling yourself it's possible. To say it's possible doesn't even mean that you have to know how or why it's possible. You simply have to know that it's possible. And once you know that it's possible, now your brain starts to say, okay, how is it possible? Your brain starts to look for answers. But if you keep telling your brain you can't, the brain shuts down and starts to do whatever you tell it. You have to tell your brain, yes, we can. You have to do it until your brain starts to understand. You tell your brain enough, your brain says, okay, obviously, you know what you're talking about. It's amazing what you can do, but you're going to have to reprogram it, because if you're not moving for a reason. And so that's important. And what's the final thing? Consistency. You can't get in and get out. Get in and get out. You got to make up in your mind, I'm in this thing and I won't stop until I finish. People who know me will tell you. People who have spent time with me will tell you. People who have watched me work with me or whatever will tell you that once I set my mind to do something, there's only two options for me. I'm either going to get it or I'm going to die trying. There's no in and out. There's no quitting. There's no whining. There's no complaining. There's no, oh my God, I didn't know it was going to take this long. It's none of that. It's like, hey, I'm going to either get it or I'm going to die trying. Either way works for me. What will not be said about me is I gave up. What will not be said about me is I quit because it got rough, it got difficult, it got frustrating. It will not be said because I understand on the other side of that frustration is victory. On the other side of that difficulty and delay is victory. On the other side of those moments of disappointment is victory. On the other side of the fear of uncertainty is victory. I'm striving for the victory. I'm willing to go through every wall of fear, every wall of frustration, every wall of trepidation, everything that everybody else faces in the world. I have faced. The difference is I don't balk at it. 46 businesses, 47 now, 47 businesses brought to profitability, 26 books, 25 published. The other one will be released on April 8th. I'm not better than anybody else in this world. I think differently than most. And I'm striving to even get better and better and better because I'm looking at people doing extraordinary things and I know I haven't scratched the surface. So in essence, what I'm trying to get you to understand is it's a process. First, clarity, next, commitment, Next, consistency. If you get clarity, commitment, and consistency, you can tackle anything. You can accomplish anything, but it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have a bunch of things you're facing. Everybody's got different experiences. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Nobody's going to get through this life without challenge. Nobody's going to get through this life without heartache and pain. Nobody's going to get through this life without experiencing some setbacks, some failures, some disappointments. That's part of life. But whatever it is, wherever you're at, you're going to have to, in your own mind and in your own way, come to a conclusion that if I don't go get it, I won't have it. It's that simple. The path is going to be a little different for everybody, but if you don't go get it, you won't have it. Look, as I said in the beginning, look, there are 2 great offers that end today. You can get a rapid change, 2 free rapid change breakthrough sessions when you purchase one. You can get you can purchase the bronze package, which is 12 weeks, and be upgraded for free to the gold package, which is 26 weeks, 26 sessions. Those are in there. They both end tonight at 11:59. If you ever thought about working with me, you want to know what it's like. And if you go read some of the testimonials on the page of the visionetics-institute.com. Read the testimonials. These are people that have worked with me. Some of them have signed up for platinum packages multiple times because they keep getting results. If you want to work with me, this is an opportunity to do it. And I hope that those who are looking for change are going to make some type of commitment, whether it's working with me or working with someone else. But support is a part of this thing. You need to have someone who can support it and push you forward to expedite it. You can get there without it, but if there's a way for you to expedite the process and move it along quicker, and you are able to do it, do it. Stop cheating yourself. Stop pinching from greatness and take a big chunk out of it. You're going to almost choke on it at first, but that's okay. There's a saying that says, I would rather choke on greatness than nibble on mediocrity. That's got to be your focus. I'd rather let my pursuit of being the best possible me I can be, overwhelm me than to sit back in a place of comfort and do the things I know I can easily do because it doesn't challenge me. Now, comfort is a dangerous thing. Be careful. On that note, look, I'm going to get out of here. I thank you guys for allowing me to take up some of your morning. Again, I hope that some of you will take advantage of the offer, and I will talk to you and see you when you do. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I don't eat. That's my challenge to you. You do the same. On that note, I'm out. You guys have an unbelievable